everyone, welcome back. I'm Stephanie from Immersive Spirit, and this is your weekly astrological forecast for December 22nd through the 28th, 2025. This week feels like a continuation, but it's with a noticeable turn. Last week asked us to clarify and commit. This week asks us to integrate what we've learned emotionally and then act on it. We're moving from responsibility into awareness, from emotional release into action, and from reflection into forward motion as we close out the year. The moon takes us from Capricorn into Aquarius, then Pisces, and finally back into Aries. So this is a very layered week. We start grounded, move into future vision, dissolve emotionally, and then we ignite momentum. So if this week feels emotionally rich or transitional, that's because it is. And my dog. There are a few major shifts to pay attention to this week. We begin with strong Capricorn energy early in the week. The moon opens Monday in Capricorn, forming supportive aspects to Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. This is stabilizing energy. It helps us trust what we know, ground intuition into reality, and make responsible decisions without emotional overwhelm. Later Monday, the moon enters Aquarius and immediately meets Pluto. This is a truth revealing moment. Something about your future path, your role in a group, or a long-term goal becomes very clear. This isn't meant to be dramatic, it's meant to be honest. At the same time, Venus will conjunct Juno, which is highlighting commitment themes. This isn't just about relationships, it's about devotion. What are you actually invested in? What agreements are you ready to honor or renegotiate? On Tuesday, the energy stays future focused but gentler. The crescent moon in Aquarius supports small, intentional steps forward. It's not a rush day, it's a build the framework day. Later Tuesday night, Venus will square Neptune, and this is important. If something feels confusing in love, money, or values, don't force the clarity. This aspect can distort perception. If it feels foggy, pause. You don't need answers yet. By Wednesday, we feel a noticeable shift as Venus enters Capricorn. Love, money, and priorities now get serious. This is where long term starts to matter more than right now. Later that day, the moon's moving into Pisces, and the emotional tone softens significantly. This is where intuition increases and our emotional honesty deepens. Wednesday and Thursday are about alignment, not productivity, alignment. Thursday is especially potent. The moon's forming supportive aspects to the sun and Mars, and then it's conjuncting the North Node. This can feel like a soul level checkpoint. Pay attention to the intuitive nudges, emotional signals, and what feels quietly but undeniably right. This isn't loud clarity, it's calm certainty. Friday deepens the emotional work. The moon conjunct Saturn in Pisces is bringing emotional responsibility to the forefront. This can feel sobering, but it's stabilizing. This is about boundaries, closure, and emotional maturity. You're not meant to fix everything, just to be honest with yourself about what you can and cannot carry forward. Over the weekend, the energy shifts quickly. Saturday begins in a dreamy space, which is very short lived as the moon jumps into Aries. This is where momentum returns. And then with the first quarter moon, tension's showing up, but it's protective tension. First quarter moons don't let us stay comfortable. They ask us on what we've learned. And you may feel pulled between patience and urgency, rest and movement. Do I stay safe? Do I grow? That's emotional. This is where one brave, aligned action matters more than 10 impulsive ones. Sunday is going to bring a powerful healing moment as the moon conjuncts Chiron and Aries. This is about self-trust, naming the wound without letting it define you. Later in the day, the moon trines Mercury, helping you express what needs to be said clearly and confidently. So when we zoom out, this week is about integration. The beginning of the week will ground you. The middle of the week softens and aligns you. And the end of the week asks you to move courageously, not impulsively. So if I had to summarize this week in one sentence, it would be this: integrate what you've learned emotionally and then take one brave step forward. This is a week where awareness becomes action, where clarity becomes courage, and where healing doesn't come from fixing, but from choosing yourself. If this week feels quieter, slower, or more emotional, trust it. If it feels activating by the weekend, trust that too. You're closing a chapter and stepping into momentum. And if you want help understanding how these transits activate within your own personal chart, especially around emotional patterns, our long-term goals, even self-trust, make sure to check out the resources that I've linked below. And if this forecast resonated, please hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, how are you ready to act this week? How are you ready to act on now? All right, I'll see you next week. And until then, stay grounded and keep looking up. Have a happy solstice.